Hello everyone, and welcome to another edition of Commander Clash. This week we're checking out sweet new Murders at Karlov Manor commanders. What's everyone bringing?
Hey, it's Phil, and I'm bringing Voya Jaws of the Conclave. Pretty straightforward deck, a lot of elves, a lot of wolves, and a lot of value.
Hi, I'm Richard, and I'm playing Judith Carnage Connoisseur. She has the ability to give my spells Death Touch, so I'm playing cheap sweepers and cards that reanimate everything that dies, like Thrilling Encore or Blood for the Blood God.
Yo, Misery's back on the menu. This week, we're playing Lazav, Wearer of Many Faces. We're going to wear the faces of our opponents. Well, not really. We're just going to eat stuff in the graveyard, play a bunch of things that investigate, make a bunch of clues, and maybe clone and reanimate a few things along the way.
I'm Seth, and I'm trying to take all the combats with the one and only mole god, Anzarag the Quake Mole. This show is brought to you by our sponsors. You can purchase all the accessories we use on the show over at ultimateguard.com, and you can purchase all your cards over at cardkingdom.com/mtggoldfish. You can also support us by buying merch at our merch store at mtggoldfishmerch.com and liking and subscribing to help the channel grow. All right, with the intros out of the way, let's hop into the game. 3, 2, 1.
Flash on! Yo, Crim didn't even attempt
The
to
timing.
move his mouth.
Crim, yeah.
I was
clapped.
watching.
In Crim's defense, his mouth was full this week, so he wasn't just not saying it. He actually had an excuse. But I get to go first.
Exactly.
I'm going to draw a card for my turn. I'm going to play a tapped Stomping Grounds. Go.
I'm going to draw for the turn, and then play a Path of Ancestry, and go.
I will draw Smoldering Marsh tapped. Go ahead.
I was watching a commander thing, and all the people were putting their commanders like in their deck. What do you
Crim
think
does
of the
that.
commander
I don't know.
floating
I
in the
do
deck
that.
technique?
Why?
that
What
people
does that
use?
do?
I get yelled at when I do it. So
What does that accomplish exactly? This is disgusting. Get it out of here. Get it out of here.
See what happens? I get yelled at.
Is it my go?
I'm going to play
Oh,
the
you're-
Enigma Jewel.
Ooh, that's basically Soul
So it
Ring.
enters the battlefield tapped. It's pretty much Soul Ring, but for abilities. I can spend it adds 2 colorless, spend this mana only to activate abilities, and I can craft with 4 or more non-lands with activated abilities. So that's it. That's all.
I prefer Soul Ring that's just like tap to add 2 mana. Magic cards have gotten so wordy. Now our Soul Rings are 2-sided, 4 paragraphs. I will untap. I will draw.
I don't think we're going to see the backside. Very rarely we'll want to do that.
Forest. Go.
White border.
Oh yes,
Disgusting.
just for you, Phil.
I'm
Just
gonna
for you.
Draw for
Ooh,
turn.
I do love that forest. That is beautiful.
Oh, this one? Ooh.
No.
I mean, that's
Actually,
not a
well,
bad forest either.
That's from the era where I did enjoy
I'm
forests.
going to...
brief moment
I'm
in
going
time.
to play a Nature's Law and get a forest, and I'm going to get a Triome past it.
How do you always scout the ramp?
He used to always be Soul Ring, then we banned it. Now he
Lot
always
of-
has Nature's Lore.
Well, you guys have noob level lands. I'm gonna play the Spire.
Oh,
I don't know what the
dang.
Spire actually is. Phil
Yo,
can
it's
probably tell
Fortnite.
us. Yeah, I know, but what is the Spire in Fortnite? I don't actually know what it is.
I don't know.
Surveyor Scope.
Ooh.
All right, everybody taking
Oh.
information. I know Phil has Heroic Intervention not in hand, so we're good.
Oh,
Sorry.
God. You're
Uh,
that sweaty? All right. It's Surveyor Scope is mega catch-up ramp, okay? Go ahead.
Is it ever gonna work? I'm very curious. It worked that game where I stole it from you in the late game, but like, do you think Surveyor Scope is just playable? Are you gonna be behind enough in lands for it to work?
Here's big brain theory. You just miss land drops and catch up. It's just card draw.
Oh, I do that on a regular.
It's just card draw.
Okay.
Like,
Yeah, it's like
I
the
gotta hit
perfect
the
Grim
Lotus
card.
Field, right? But if I don't hit the Lotus Field, it's just card draw, right?
I'm gonna play an Island.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'm gonna go ahead and play my commander, Lazav,
already?
Wearer of Faces. So this is fine. It's a 2 mana 2/3, and when it attacks, exile target card from a graveyard, then investigate. Whenever I sack a clue, you may have Lazav become a copy of a creature card exiled with it until end of turn. All right, that's my turn.
Mm-hmm. That's an intriguing draw.
I swear, if it's just bolt, I'm gonna be so sad.
No, it's not a bolt.
Bolt.
But it is a card that is
Humility.
played in Lightning Bolt formats. I'm going to tap 2 mana. I am going to dash a Dirty Monkey here,
Oh.
Ragavan.
No,
wow.
My
Not the
Ragavan is going
monkey.
to go at I think I go with Phil to see if I can hit
He
a
has
Manor.
on-colored stuff from you.
Yeah, I'm gonna Ragavan at you
Alright.
for 2. And then I'll exile the top card of your library and make a treasure token.
Yeah, so how do we do that?
Well,
oh, it's
Flip it
upside.
over and see if it's even useful.
Oh,
what is the card?
Chroma's
well, we
Whip.
know you don't have a
Okay,
Chroma's
so
Whip.
that can just remain in exile. I'm not going to be casting that this turn. And then I will
Oh.
play Shinka the Bloodsoaked Keep. It's a land that I pay 1 tap it to give a legendary creature first strike until end of turn. And then end of turn, my Ragavan will go back to hand. And you can go.
Monkey has left the party.
Untap.
The monkey has left
Draw.
the building.
Crack Crown Pathway.
That's a pathway. I love it, Phil. I love it.
It's just like a basic, just slightly better in some situations. This one,
You hear that,
let's
Seth?
let's start making some wolves. I'm gonna play Wolf Caller's Howl. At the beginning of your upkeep, put X 2/2 wolf tokens on the battlefield, where X is the number of opponents with 4 or more cards in hand.
Oh, God. that card seems
Draw away
busted.
and
Yeah,
look
it's definitely a
in
commander
strategy.
card. It was never
Definitely
a standard
card.
card.
Ain't no way that's coming into a 1v1 format.
All right, you're good to go, Phil?
4
Yeah,
mana to
true.
make a 2/2?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna play a mountain, and then I'm going to tap it and play Navigation Orb. So that one I can
Nice.
pay 2 to sack. I get 2 basic lands. One goes on the battlefield, and then one goes into my hand or gates.
That's like
so it's
Artifact
Kodama's.
Kadama's Reach.
Yeah. Go ahead.
All right, I'll take my turn. Let's see.
Get below 4 cards.
Yeah, I don't know if
would
can
like
do it.
to. I'll play Fetid Pools. That'll be tapped. I'm going to go ahead and pay 2, and I'm going to cast Can't Wake Up, targeting you, Seth.
Save me from myself.
Yeah.
Milfour.
Save me from the nothing I've become.
Oh no, he's gonna
So-
have big beefy ghoul creatures for Lazav.
Halana and Elena, partners. Some wolf thing. Mountain. Plaza
I
of
play this
Heroes.
What does the wolf thing do?
It's a 4-drop that gives your commander indestructible during your turn.
Okay, so this is this cruel somnophage is going on an adventure. I'm gonna exile the Nature's Lore, and I'm gonna hit Phil, and then that's gonna
And he's
whenever
gonna
I
have a lot of
exile a
wolves.
card from a graveyard, I get to investigate.
Detective
No.
Lazav on
No, no,
duty.
So when you attack, you exile a
Yeah.
card.
Yeah. When I attack, when I
And then if
when I
he
attack, I
exiles, he gets a
exile.
clue.
So I'm gonna use my Stranger Things clue, and then I'm gonna go ahead now and just pass.
All right. Well, we're going to untap and draw. I guess I had some ambitious notions that I might draw a bunch of cards. I'm going to play Reliquary Tower in my my Gruul deck here. And I mean, I guess we just do what the deck came here to do. Gonna play Anzarag, the Quake Mole. 8/4. Whenever it becomes blocked, untap each creature. You get an additional combat. And I pay 7 to make it so it must be blocked each combat. You can go.
All right. How many cards do you have in hand? Anybody?
too many.
from
I
level
have
4?
I have 5, unfortunately.
7.
So you'll get 3 wolves.
Ooh, look at this. The wolves are here.
Anzarag might be the good guy because Anzarag can potentially clean up some wolves, right?
Stop it. Just
Maybe.
stop.
Maybe. It might be the wolf
and,
for my
and all of
8/8.
us.
I'm going to draw for turn. I'm going to play another wolf, a cemetery prowler. When it enters the battlefield or attacks, exile a card from a graveyard. Helena and
I'm going for Helena Elena. All right.
yeah, and spells you cast that cost 1 last to cast for each card type they share. But it's a creature type that scribes with Path of Ancestry, so let's do that. And I guess I need to make my land drops. So this goes on the bottom, and since I exiled a creature with this prowler, I might as well play an elf. Pretty good one. Priest of Titania. Taps
Ooh.
equal to the number of elves I control. Actually, every elf, so feel free to play all the elves. I'm not going to play a land.
Are you good,
That's
Phil?
funny.
Yes.
Poach is kind of a neat deck. The combo
All
of
right.
wolves and elves isn't something we've really seen before.
Oh my goodness. Okay, Phil missing land drops is not good for me. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna play Thematic Compass, and I'm just gonna pass the turn, not making a land drop.
All right.
my God.
Wow. So what if I just decide not to play a land drop now, Richard?
That's fine.
All right. So I'm gonna play Nephalia Drownyard.
I love it.
And
I love it.
Mm-hmm.
WinCon.
WinCon is online, baby. I'm gonna just go ahead and attack Richard.
Yeah,
and
Richard's gonna
I'm
be
gonna
the
go ahead
punching
and
bag.
exile your other creature that's in your graveyard.
Okay, the wolf thing. The wolf
So
thing
that's
exiled.
relevant to me. It's relevant that I need to know which ones are exiled by Lazav.
Yeah, I'll keep a Lazav pile for you.
Cool.
2 exile
so then I'm
files.
gonna get
I'll put it
another
in my deck like this. Since everyone loves that.
God.
Get out of here.
I love that.
Let me
yeah,
put
no,
my
do it,
hand
do it,
in my
do
deck,
it so
okay?
it bothers Richard.
let me put
I
my
actually-
basics here, okay? Yeah.
So I'm gonna tap 4 mana. I'm gonna play 500 Year Diary. It's a legendary artifact, which is also a clue.
It enters the battlefield tapped. I can add a blue for each clue I control. Pay 2, sack 500-year diary, and draw a card.
Oh, that's an issue. That's gonna make
That's
a lot of mana.
That's a Tolarian, whatchamacallit.
Is it my
I will
go?
say that.
Are you still
Yeah, it's
going?
gonna go.
Oh, no, it's your turn.
Okay.
I will say
We-
that the fact that Phil played Priest of Titania is actually hilarious because I have a card that adds mana for him, so I can't play it.
Changeling.
Pretty sure my board is gonna get draft.
I'm gonna
You're
tap.
gonna miss a land drop to spite me. That's the real question.
I'm gonna tap 2 mana. I'm gonna dash a Ragavan. Yeah, let's just go to combat, I guess. Send the Mole God at Phil, and then Ragavan at Richard.
If it's blocked, you get another combat.
That is true.
So I
Could
guess
double block
I'll
and just kill
double
him, right?
block with
Yeah.
2 wolves. I mean, I gotta try it.
No
So,
blocks on the monkey.
I will sack this treasure, pay 1 to activate my Sinka, the
Yup.
Blood Soak Keep, to give Anzarag first strike.
Oh, first strike. I thought it was haste. Yikes. Yep.
So that will kill the 2 wolves. Ragavan will hit Richard, and then I will get to untap my creatures so I can get another combat after
Demonic
this.
tutor.
Oh God, you were so good at giving me demonic tutors, Richard. You're so good. I also get a treasure from my Ragavan. So we're gonna go to combat number 2. My Anzareg is still first striking, just so that's clear because that stays until end of turn. Crim's open, isn't he?
Yeah, but I mean, I'm not.
Yes.
There's no way I'm the threat in comparison to Phil and his whole board. And I mean, Richard's probably not a threat. So
I'm playing
no,
Affinity
no.
over here.
But I think I'm gonna spread the Ragavan love. Plus you milled me,
sure.
Crim. So I'm gonna go Ragavan at you and then Molgod at Phil again.
oh,
What'd I get? What'd I get?
Well, it's nothing good for you. It's Tangled Trove Kelp that you
Oh,
exiled
Yeah,
on
I'm
the top of
still
my deck.
thinking about it.
If you block Phil, I'll attack someone else this time.
Oh, you do? Yeah, I block with a wolf then.
Wait.
Okay.
Oh my
So I will
goodness.
untap.
No. He gets
I
monkey
will-
triggers.
I will go to combat. So this time we'll go Monkey at Richard, since you have the demonic tutor. You give good gifts, and then Anzrak will go Crim.
Okay, take 8 of your commander.
Dual caster
can
mage.
Oh my God, I can dual caster the demonic tutor.
That's fine. You got to make a land drop to make that happen.
That's so dirty. I know. I am going to give Richard a land if I do it. I'm just going to cast the demonic tutor. I am not going to dual caster it. I'm just going to cast demonic tutor using my treasure for the black mana.
Are you gonna tutor for a lotus field just to spite me?
That'd be so good.
No.
Oh my god.
No. I want to tutor for something that does cool things with my deck.
We're in trouble. We're in a lot of trouble
You're
here.
fine. You're fine.
This is the best monkey I've seen in EDH ever.
Well, it
Well,
did
I
just
mean,
get
it is
free
attacking
attack
you
somehow,
more
yeah,
times.
which is kind of ridiculous.
Yeah, but he
Phil
got
is-
extra
Phil is
combat
beating it.
somehow.
I'm gonna play a myriad landscape, and you can go. And I got to pick up my Ragavan because I dashed it.
So how about them hand sizes, huh?
I got
Anybody?
four.
It's enough. 7
Five.
again.
That card's so good.
Down. I'm gonna draw for turn.
Phil, I really need
That's
you
a
to hit a
plan.
land.
Swing in at Seth with this as vigilance. I am going to exile the demonic tutor.
Oh, it's on every attack?
Yes.
And so now your
attack.
sorceries cost
and-
1 less.
Okay.
Yeah,
you-
his
how do you
creatures
keep
and
track
his
of this?
sorceries.
So I
Should I
take
ma-
3.
Should I make a
right?
cemetery prowler exile?
No, I'm gonna keep track of it. I'm going to tap 2 mana. Huh, it's an elf and a wolf. It's a Taurian Mauler, changeling, so all creature types. Whenever an opponent casts a spell, you may put a counter on this. So I scry to the top. And then I'm going to just play Sacred Foundry tapped and pass the
Old
turn.
border. That's a
All
that's
right.
a nice sacred boundary.
Okay, Crim's confused. I'm going to sack Surveyor Scope. So exile Surveyor Scope, search library for X basic lands where X is the number of players who control at least 2 more lands than you. I have 3 lands.
I have
Seth
4.
and Phil have 5. Crim was putting an artifact down there just to make me sad. So I
Yep.
get-
Actually, I'll put 2 down here to let you know that I really don't have it.
I'm gonna grab 2 swamps. They enter the battlefield untapped, by the way. Then I'm gonna
Ooh.
sack Navigation Orb to
Popping off,
search
we're dead.
my library for up to 2 basics and or gates. Put one on the battlefield tapped and the other into my hand. I just ramped 3 basics at the end of my turn here. That's a pretty good turn. I still think Surveyor Scope is good.
I still think you should board wipe.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Judith.
Mm.
So 3, 4. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery, choose one. That spell gains Death Touch and Lifelink. Or create a 2/2 red imp token with when this creature dies, deal 2 damage. I'm gonna tap my 1 mountain. Blazing Volley. 1 damage to each creature your opponents control.
Yeah,
That's
baby.
1 death touch damage.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm going to
Oh.
spend 1 treasure to cast Tiver Stand. X equals 0. Give a creature indestructible and hexproof until end of turn.
So
I
I gain
consider
8
that.
life because 8 things were pinged here. I play Tainted Peak. I'm going to go to end step. At the beginning of my end step, if you control 7 or more lands, transform Thematic Compass.
Is this pre-boarded? Does this just hate out Seth?
No, it's a maze.
Oh,
Yeah, it's a maze. You just blank the Ansrog.
I mean, he
Yeah.
give it hexproof, but yes. I mean, I
Okay,
play
sure,
Thematic
yeah.
Compass in every deck. Sucks to you to
That's
be playing a
hilarious.
combat deck.
Yeah, it is a very Richard
That is
Richard card to play.
hilarious, dude.
Go ahead. Here we go. Look at that.
All right.
I went from 3 lands end of turn to 2, 4, 6, 8 after my turn.
That was very impressive, actually. It
You know what's
worked.
even more impressive? I'm playing Tainted Isle, so that's pretty impressive. Then I'm gonna add triple blue, add a black.
God.
I'm gonna play
Crim's the
Lazar.
problem. He
What?
has so much mana.
Oh my god, he went past 3 mana. He's playing his cards. Kill him.
I mean, that mana rock is scary.
That's a Tolarian
in a
Academy
deck.
there.
I'm gonna spend 2 mana now. I'm gonna play Erdwall Illuminator.
Hey.
Flying. Whenever I investigate for the first time each turn, investigate an additional
God.
time.
Invest in Monicon.
And then I'm gonna play.
God.
That mana rock is so good.
I'm gonna give the
Oh.
shoes to Lazav. Then I'm gonna go ahead and swing at Phil, and then I'm gonna exile your Cemetery Prowler, and then that'll net me another clue, and then that'll then have Erdwall party.
Clue a
on.
Monicon.
Then I get another.
Yo, he's an artifact deck.
Yeah.
I am not an
kill him.
artifact.
True,
deck.
yeah.
You
You
are an
know how
artifact
Crim
deck,
feels
Grim.
about
You might
artifact
deny it,
decks.
but
Oh, now
yeah.
we listen to Crim. Okay,
Crim,
sure.
yeah. What would Crim do?
All right. Well, I'm gonna just politely pass the turn.
Seth just
All right,
kills.
I'm gonna-
He did demonic tutor. He might be able to just kill someone right here.
Yeah, I demonic tutored for value. I'm going to play Thespian Stage.
Was it a Phyrexian arena?
Kind of. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, let me untap that. I think I should attack first here. Mole God coming at Lazav.
Take 8.
Post combat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Return to the Wild Speaker. Draw cards equal the greatest power among non-human creatures I control. Turns out my Mole God is not a human. So I'll draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8.
Green.
I also have a Reliquary Tower, if you remember, that I was wondering why I
Oh.
played. It's looking a little better now.
You always play Reliquary Tower green because you always draw a million cards.
You can go, Phil.
Ooh, what them hands doing? All right, draw. I guess I just gotta play my commander. It is Voja, Jaw of the Conclave.
That doesn't have a case
This is
file.
German, straight from
Wacky.
pre-release. Vigilance, Trample, Ward 3, and when it attacks, I draw a card for each wolf I control, and I put a counter on every creature I control for each elf I control. I'm going to play a bounce land and bounce a land. Oh, I also forgot to scry with this, I guess. Maybe I don't want to. Go.
All right. I'm going to draw.
We need the new Anzarags whatever that blows up the artifacts to get rid of those clues.
All right. I'm going to cast
Ooh,
Valakut
Valakut
Awakening.
Awakening. MDFC.
I'm going to chuck my whole hand because it's such high quality. It's 5 cards.
Wow. Wow.
I'm going to draw 6. Oh boy. These are 6 Magic the Gathering cards.
I bet they are.
We're going to Siphon Mind.
Oh,
So each player discards a card. You draw a card for each card discarded.
Perfect.
So I'm going to
Order
grab a
me.
devil with the Judith trigger here. Or sorry, an imp.
I'm gonna ditch the best cycle of basics.
I'm going to discard Beastmaster Ascension.
He's
I'm gonna draw
discarding
3.
Beastmaster's Ascension, by the way.
I am going to shock in a Blood Crypt. I'm going to swing at Seth with Judith.
I
Okay.
will take the friendly 3.
Go ahead.
End of your turn, I'm gonna use this to crack a clue. According to everybody, no Crim's a threat, so I have to be ready to be treated like one. We're all friends, right?
Yeah,
Mm-mm.
I hope
Uh-huh.
So if I deal with the problem, we're good, right?
Who do you think the problem is? I guess is the next question.
I don't like this. This is like he's going to steal it or something and hit everyone else or something.
No.
I've
there
learned
will
to
be no
never
theft.
trust anything Crim says ever.
There's not a theft. There is no theft here.
This
All
is
right.
not going to deal with it the way we want it to be dealt with, but go ahead.
I'm gonna tap a non-zero number of years diary, and I'm gonna make 4 blue. I'm
Mhm.
gonna use 2 of that blue to then play Demir Signet. 1 of those blue to then tap Demir Signet. So now I've got blue, blue, black. I'm going to use those 3 to play Nadir Nightblade, which is why I laughed when Phil had the thing that added for elves.
Because
It is an elf.
Yeah.
And whenever a token you control leaves the battlefield, each opponent loses 1 life, and I gain a life.
Whoa, whoa,
I'm good.
whoa.
Getting combo killed here? What's going on?
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, we'll see. I have 1 card in hand. I'm going to tap this Dark Slick Shores. I'm going to cast Entomb.
This
Any
can't be good.
responses?
No?
No, go
Okay.
ahead.
Baby, we got a stew going, maybe? I'm going to pitch Phage.
Yeah, I
This
think
is
Seth
a
is
phage
dead.
kill.
Uh,
Then I'm
This is
going
a
to go to combat,
This is a nice phage.
and I'm attacking you, Seth.
Okay, hold on.
Oh.
So that
Cannot
thing has
target him.
hexproof.
Yes. So trigger on the stack, right? I'm assuming.
Let me think. Seth,
I mean, why do you care?
can you protect yourself?
Why do we care? The one time I do
So,
something,
I-
come on!
I mean, you can
I
kill
mean, do you have a
Seth.
fog?
no, I cannot currently stop this. So it is what it
I
is.
think I need to because I can't stop Crim's engine here. I think I need.
Yeah, you probably
Why?
need me to attack at Crim for
Oh
another
my
turn or
God.
two.
Oh,
All
why?
right, all right. I am going to tap 2 mana.
Trigger
I'm
still
gonna
on the stack.
cast Electricity.
Oh, come on.
Oh.
So it deals 1 damage to target creature you
Well,
don't control, but
so-
overload 2. It does it to
Hold on.
each creature I don't control.
God, Richard, just let me kill the mole god. Why do you
I don't
care?
know if
I can't.
I don't like bulls at all, but I think I
Yeah.
need Seth here. I think I need
I
Seth
think you
here.
do.
Hold on. You know what?
Oh,
He has responses.
bro.
I'll crack a clue,
Okay.
It's really
Crack
not
that
a
blue.
harmonic.
and then Nightblade will trigger,
So we all take
wait.
1 damage.
and I gain 1.
I'm going to cast Tameo Safekeeping, targeting the Mole God. Target permanent gains hexproof and indestructible until end of turn, and I gain 2 life.
I'll crack another clue.
Mhm.
So I gain 6. Oh,
You
plus
still gain off
for-
Mole God too.
Mole God survives. The Mole
3
God
on
is a
my
hardy
hand.
is a hardy animal.
All right. I'll play other Lazav. Other Bales.
So many
Wait,
Lazar.
can you still phage us with that Lazav? No.
no,
Phage is gone
Phage
now.
Change
Phage
is gone, finally, thankfully.
Finally, it was here for 30 seconds.
Those were a scary 30 seconds, Grim. Those were a very scary 30 seconds.
Oh wait, I get
My
another
life
one of these
flashed before my
clues because I
eyes.
technically investigate. All right, your turn.
So, Richard, you kept me alive, which I appreciate. Does that mean you want me to be killing Crim here?
You do whatever you
Like,
want.
are we
but
still
don't kill
scared
me.
of Crim?
Yeah, kind
Well, I
of.
All right, I'm going to draw for my turn.
You do what you want. I have no say in whatever happens to Crim.
Let it be known, every week I'm ready for the 3v1s. I like it. I come in
I'm gonna-
ready.
Yo,
for
you
the
can't
3v1.
play a scary artifact deck.
How about a Great Henge? Is that okay? Can we resolve that?
Mhm.
That's a very sweet great henge with your 8/4.
I'm going to tap the
Yeah.
Great Henge. Yeah, only 2 mana. So I gain 2 life. I'm going to use one of the green mana to play Boreal Druid, which is just a mana dork for colorless mana. But I get to draw a card and get a counter on it because of the Great Henge.
Ooh.
Like, I think I can kill Crim, but I don't know if I should.
I'll tell you what, I am going to try to kill Richard.
I'm going to
What?
play...
Yeah, I am definitely going to attempt to kill Richard if I untap.
I'm going to play my land for the turn, which is Trite Sanctum. It has relevant text of pay 4, tap it, sack it, put a indestructible counter on target god.
For sure.
I'm just going to pay 1 and hardcast the Ragavan, no dashing this time. And it's going to get a counter, and I'm going to draw a card because of the Great Henge. I still have my 1 extra green mana floating. I'm going to use that to play an Elvish Mystic and do the same thing. Draw a card.
I just realized something. Richard said he had no way to deal with my engine, but he dealt with it.
All right. I will go to combat. I will attack. Phil, do you have any commander damage for me?
Take 8.
And then you can go, Phil.
Maybe I regret these decisions, Crim, because of this.
No, it'll
great
be-
henge.
It'll be fine.
Oh,
Green
there was
cards,
a great
so many
henge.
cards.
The mole
was a great
god.
henge.
It's all your fault, Crim, because you drove into me the fear of artifact decks. But you know what's worse than artifact decks? Green decks.
First, before I draw, how many
my, an
cards do you have
artifact
in
deck.
hand?
Oh, I have so
I
many.
mean, Seth's
Uh,
gotta
6.
have so many.
Yeah, I have
Yeah.
a lot.
Sweet. And Krim still empty handed.
I have 1.
All right. I
Maybe
draw.
got a
I
little too
went all-
excited
It
there
is
with the
that.
electricity from.
Okay.
That was the mole god appreciates it.
Thespian Stage, also known as whatever this
Spires of
maze is called.
Oh wait, Seth also has a thespian stage. Oh,
Wait, is
no.
there something worth copying? What's that? Oh, I can get the.
I have
the
the
maze
maze
event.
of it.
I can get the maze of it.
It's the fog
I
meta. It's
guess.
found its way back.
It's not real. It's not
Yeah,
real.
pass
Calm
the
down.
turn.
The fog meta.
I don't
I mean,
know what
I
to
have
do.
to imagine Richard's deck is all wraths, so we have to kill
Yeah,
the man.
that's-
Are you calling
Yeah,
electricity a
Probably
rat?
too.
I mean, did I lose everything?
I guess this is gonna keep happening.
We're gonna faithless looting. Judith trigger.
Oh, you're not giving it lifelink? Okay.
Oh yeah,
Sure.
I don't know what happens when I give it life.
give Faithless Looting Death Touch lifelink.
All of these cards suck.
That's because you're playing a deck full of electrickery.
I know,
Richard.
right?
That's kind of on you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna chuck Darksteel Ingot and Haunted Bridge. Do we run it back and flash back to Faithless Looting? That's very sad. I'm gonna play Vesuva. It's gonna copy Spires.
Oh my
This is all kind
God,
of useless
My
because that's
Mulgod's
just gonna
never
give
doing
his
anything.
Mulgod in hexproof, right? That's the big problem.
Yeah, you've gotten through a lot of my hexproof spells,
Yeah.
unfortunately. You've gotten through 2 of them.
I am going to just play a Mirror and Safe House. So
Okay.
it has activated abilities of all lands and all graveyards.
Oh, you have Plaza of Heroes.
You can pay 3 and exile it to give your Judith indestructible if you want, and hexproof.
Oh,
We are just going to pass the turn and hope we don't die.
Oh, you will if I can make it happen. If I can make it
I mean,
happen,
Seth's probably gonna
promise.
kill me.
Seth can kill me whenever
the
he
Mole
wants
God
to.
is merciful.
You're falling into his traps.
I'm going to add blue and black. I'm tapping the jewel to then sink into the Dimir Signet. So I've got 1 ability mana up. Tap a blue on top of that. I have blue and black floating. I'm going to turn Lazav into Erdwall Illuminator.
Hey, Cluamonic.
So I have blue and black floating, plus 3, because clues. I'm going to play Lazav, Wearer of Faces. He's back. He's
So
trying to
many
wear the
Lazavs.
skin of all of his opponents. I'm going to move the shoes over. Can I hit one of y'all for 2?
You know what? The Mole God is merciful.
I don't
friend.
like Seth being
Sure.
a position of power.
All right. Cool beans
The
then.
Mole God will take the 2.
So Torin Mauler, or whatever the thingy, the little changeling bull, exiled. I'm gonna get a clue, and then Erdwall Illuminator will then give me essentially another clue on top of that.
Aw.
Ah.
I'm just gonna sack this Myriad Landscape to do a little ramping, grab a mountain or forest. Beautiful white border. I'm gonna get 2 mountains.
disgusting.
So we're gonna untap and
I
draw.
think I'm dead. You guys are probably dead too.
So
We're gonna-
after you draw,
I
how many
hope so.
cards are in your hand, Seth?
Oh, an ungodly number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
This is after you draw. I'm gonna go
Yeah.
ahead and crack a clue. I'm gonna draw a card, and then
Okay.
I'm gonna have it so that he is a Torin Mauler. Go ahead.
Okay, so every time I cast a spell, it's going to grow. Well, that's kind of a cute trick. I like it. So I'm going to tap this for 2 green. I'm going to tap the Reliquary Tower for 1 colorless. I'm going to use a green and the colorless, so I have 1 green left over to play a Tangled Florahedron.
All right, I'll grow a counter.
You'll grow. I will also get a counter and draw a card because of the Great Henge. Use the green, and let's use this Thespian Stage and Trite Sanctum. I'm going to cast Balaged Recovery. Return target card from graveyard to your hand. I'm going to target Tameo Safekeeping.
Response.
Here it is.
How much mana do you have? You have 5 mana?
Richard, it's
1,
just
2,
impossible.
3, 4, 5, 6 technically with my mana dorks.
I'm gonna get a counter from Balaged,
I'm gonna cast a big score.
and then I'm gonna get a
Uh,
counter from that.
Wow.
Wait, how much mana do you have up now, Richard?
1. Oh yeah, a Mirror and Safe House, sorry.
All right.
I'm gonna chuck Conqueror's Flail. And I get 2 treasures out of this.
Wait, are you doing more, or does this
No.
resolve?
It resolves.
Oh, I thought you were doing more things. I will get back my Tameo Safekeeping now that resolves. I'm going to play a forest for my turn since I haven't played a land. Can I win the game this turn is a question. I mean, we're going to try. I'm going to cast probably the sweetest card in my deck, assuming this works. Roar of the Challenge. So Roar of the Challenge is a sorcery that says all creatures able to block target creature do so. And as ferocious, if the creature is power 4 greater, it gains indestructible this turn. So
Mhm.
that's going to target the Mole God.
I mean, I'm pretty sure he wins if this resolves.
And then I have
I mean, I don't
like to counter. I
claim
have no
any
counter spell.
counters.
Wow, I can't believe this is happening and working. Let's start with Phil. So I'm going to go to combat Phil, and I'm going to just send my entire team of dorks your way.
Your
Oh,
1/1 came into
this one
not
doesn't get to
flames.
attack. You're right.
All right. I'm going to cast a new
Oh, no.
card.
You actually have
It's called
something?
Take
Settle
the
the
Bait.
Wreckage?
Pretty convenient
Oh
word
god,
here
not settle the
because
wreckage.
cast the spell only during your opponent's turn and only during combat. Prevent all combat damage dealt that would be dealt to you and planeswalkers you control. Untap all attacking creatures and goad them. After this phase, there's an additional combat phase.
Well, I'm going to trigger Lazav. I'm going to gain a 1/1 counter, and then that's good with me.
So if I use the Spires, there's no lure happening. Therefore, Phil can actually kill the dorks off or the monkey.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you
Well,
can actually kill off 2
aren't
things
my-
by blocking it.
Okay, but didn't Phil cast his spell? So aren't my creatures going to be removed from combat because of that or no?
No.
No.
It doesn't
Yeah.
remove
Okay.
them. It just prevents the damage. Okay, so I guess we
Okay.
just
Okay.
we Spires and see if Seth has a response.
All right. In response to your spires, I'm going to cast Tamio Safekeeping, again, targeting the Mole God. Hexproof Indestructible, gain 2 life.
Okay, so I trigger here, and then I'm going to attempt to cast Deadly Rollick targeting the Mole God.
Okay.
There's no way like Seth doesn't have like 52 cards and another way to
Okay,
protect.
he's doing it.
So I'm going to cast Tybalt's Trickery on the Deadly Relic.
Okay, so hold on. It counters it, and then I flip 3.
You got to
right?
mill 1, 2, or
Oh.
3 cards at random.
It's a random. Hold on. So now I got to roll a
Yeah.
die.
And then you exile the top card of your library until you hit a non-land with a different name than the spell, blah, blah, blah. And you can cast it without paying its mana cost.
Okay.
So it's just going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6 for 3.
Okay.
Excellent.
I
So
milled it.
mill 3. That's probably good for you, actually, with your deck.
Oh,
that's a
whoa,
force
wow.
negation.
And my mana drain. Okay.
And the mana drain if it was
Okay, so now I get to flip until a spell.
What is
That's
it?
a spell.
Until non-land.
Okay.
Non-land. Oh.
Prim.
Great.
Oh, Disciple of the Vault. Oh.
Disciple of the Vault.
Wow.
What does that do?
Ooh.
Whenever an artifact is put into a
Wow.
graveyard from play, you may have target opponent lose a life.
2 counters in the top.
Oh.
Oh my god.
Well,
Lazav
you know?
gets a counter, by the way. But
And then
my god. 2 counters.
This all resolves.
Okay, so I gained 2.
But I think we're safe
is-
here because he can't kill us.
Actually, this is hilarious, but I can. So I'm going to blow your mind here. So my stuff untaps, right? That's
Yeah.
okay. So my creatures are still technically attacking Phil. Phil can't take damage,
Yes.
but these are still.
I'm
you have
going
to block
block
the
with
Anzarag.
the wolves.
Okay,
Go
so
ahead.
before that happens, so you declare blocks. So good.
Stop it. Stop.
I'm going to cast Obscuring Haze for free because I have the Mole God. Obscuring Haze, you think of it as a fog. What it actually says, though, is prevent all damage that will be dealt this turn by creatures your opponents control.
Sure.
Oh, am I overthinking this?
Yeah.
You overthought it. You're already indestructible. You're a
Oh,
mole god.
I have. Okay. All right.
But
Can
if
I
I
just
had a
undo
fork,
that,
anyone have
or-
a fork to copy that obscuring haze?
yeah, can I
You can undo
copy
that.
that or
Anyone have a fork? Wait,
Okay,
wait.
so-
I actually play forks. I don't have it.
So yeah, the Obscuring Haze, I had a really big brain play, but that's for a future episode, I think. Big brain plays that don't work. So I'll go to my next combat. Richard, your turn. Everything is coming at you. Everything has to block the Mole God. I'm going to put all the damage from Anzarag on just one of your tokens, and the other 3 get to survive this combat.
Oh, the Ragavan is so good here. Actually, in
Ragavan-
response,
Mhm.
I'm going to copy Richard's Spire, just so.
Okay,
I'm not
but
dead
it's
yet.
got
Phil.
this.
I'm not
Yeah,
dead.
yeah.
Hold
I
the
think Phil
horses.
is.
All right. So I will
Get
get a Ragavan treasure, and I will exile the top card of your deck,
Oh.
Richard.
Rousing refrain.
I will get another combat. Wow, that Obscuring Haze backfired.
Yeah, so these imps don't do any
Thanks, Seth.
damage.
They don't.
Wow.
Hey, see the Mole God. He's
Mole
he's
God.
nice
You
on
said
that
we were
front.
dying too
Right.
fast, so
It's
this
a
might help.
generous
Alright.
god.
Richard, again, run it back.
All right.
One, kill
Oh my
one.
God.
All right, how
Kill
about we
one,
just
take
shortcut
7.
this? Okay, so 1,
Okay.
2,
Yeah.
3.
Yeah, you're
These
gonna get 3
die.
treasures.
I'm gonna take 3 times 6, right? 18.
7.
And you're gonna
7.
exile
7.
3,
so
4, 5, 6, 7.
21. And I'm gonna exile 3 cards.
And I will make 3 more treasures. Good idea on shortcutting this.
Okay.
Prim, how many untapped creatures do you have over
I
there?
unfortunately have 2.
So how we do this is the Mole God goes at Krim, and then the rest of these go at Richard. So Richard, you're going to take another 7 and another Ragavan. Krim's going to get attacked by the Anzarag.
So again, we'll just shortcut it,
Yeah.
right? So
And then I'm going
block-
to do that as same thing again. So Richard's going to take 14 total, 2 times altogether for both of Krim's creatures. Everything on taps. I do it a second time. Krim has to block again.
Yeah.
And the festivities. And now
And the
last
festivities of
one,
Fire Covenant.
I'm going to lose all these cards, right? If you die. That's a shame. At least I'm getting treasures.
Wait. Don't kill me. Kill Richard. Just kill Richard.
I got to kill both of you.
No.
So what I do
don't,
here
Don't
is
kill me is what I'm saying. No.
You both,
Molgad
you both
goes
die.
at Krim.
He dies to commander damage.
I think I might have missed a treasure because I've got 5 Ragavan hits and I had 1 treasure to start. So I think it should be 6 treasures. I get 1 more attack here. This last attack, Anzarag still stays at Krim for commander damage. And then the other 3 go at Richard. So I think it does work out that I get to kill both of you. And I get one more treasure. Yeah, I think I technically get 1 more combat at the end of my turn, but my creatures don't untap. Plus I can't really damage Phil anyway. So I'm just gonna pass the turn and see what Phil can do. Anthrax
Alright,
seems kind of busted.
How many cards are in your hand, Seth?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Okay, that's enough. Okay, just checking. All right, I don't know what to draw here. It's gotta do it.
That's just flexing.
I should have let him die. I forgot. I forgot you drew the 8, but the Great Henge is what really sealed it because then he just went on to draw a million more cards.
I'm just gonna cast spells. Here's a reconnaissance.
Ooh,
I
the
can
Richard special.
remove creatures out of combat, and then I'm gonna cast Shalai and Halar. Does a lot of stuff, but
If you have a
creatures
constant
might
miss,
just die.
Yeah, if you have a constant miss,
Yeah.
I'm gonna be sad, but
So pass the turn.
all right. Well, let's see if we
What
can.
did we learn today, Richard? What did we learn today?
Let's see if we can actually
to listen to
kill
Krim.
Phil here.
you always told me to kill the artifact player. Why did I listen to you?
Yeah, yeah. You kind of
I should have listened to the other thing where
Krim.
green is above artifact players.
Am I an artifact deck?
All right, we're gonna untap and draw. Can I make Phil die here? That's the question. You know what? I want to play this card because it's cool. So I'm gonna play 1, 2, 3, 4. I've always wanted to play this card, Fireflux Squad. When it ETBs, I get to draw and get a counter because of the Great Henge. Fireflux Squad, when it attacks, I can exile another attacking creature, and then I basically polymorph. I reveal cards until I hit another creature, put it into play tapped and attacking.
Ooh.
And then I'm going to play Strip Mine as my land for the turn, and Strip Mine your maze. Get rid of that, just in case you were thinking about using that.
Yep.
And then I'm going to I'm going to remove 3 treasures, go down to 5.
Dominant right now. Dominant.
greatest monkey.
Rising of the
seen.
day. Creatures you control at
Yep.
base. Legendary creatures get +1/+0. And then I will remove these. Actually, let's do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Make some red mana with my treasures. I'm going to play Balor, another card I've always wanted to play. When it attacks or dies, choose 1 or more. Each mode must target a different player. It can make someone draw 3, discard 3, sacrifice a non-token artifact, or damage equal to the number of cards in that player's hand. And then just to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
That's a counter.
6, 7. So Balor enters because of the Great Henge. I get a counter and draw a card. And then I'm going to spend the rest of my treasures for 7 mana, and we're going to just seal the deal here. I'm going to play this shiny Phyrexian Nissa. It's going to come into play full price 7 counters. It's in Phyrexian, but I'll tell you what the bottom says is if I remove 7 counters, I can give my creatures +1/+1 and trample for each forest I control, which is 1, 2, 3... Only 3.
1 green mana's up. That's enough for fog. Let's see it.
So I'm going to overrun with Nissa. And then Phil, here we go.
No.
Everything at you.
The enchantment coming
basically
into
that
Yeah,
that's
the
how
enchantment.
aggro-
My
That's how
lands.
aggro we are.
Like,
That's how
wow.
we're going
I
here.
didn't even know that that
And
all that
then-
could attack.
And then my Fireflux squad gets to trigger, so I get to get rid of the
but I
silly
didn't
mana
know
dork. Oh, the Balor, you're going to take damage equal to the cards in your hand,
That's 1.
Phil. I will resolve my Fireflux squad, which will, I sack the Boreal Druid, and I reveal till I hit a creature, which is Ruby Daring Tracker.
It's over, okay. I couldn't
Did
see
the Mulgod do it? The Mulgod coming?
Did you think you wouldn't?
Oh my god.
Wow, the Mulgod might actually be busted. I mean, I know. Well, actually, is it? Is it busted, or did Richard just save me? So I'm going back and
I definitely
forth. It
saved
felt
you.
busted, but I also would have been dead like 3 turns ago.
So
If Richard
technically,
didn't come
yeah,
through.
It's because no one had any removal because
They
every
did.
time I
We did.
rat,
We
you
did.
guys, he gave it protection, but someone needs to remove the mole god right after, right?
Yeah,
But
fair.
we never did that until the very end. But he already drew like 18 cards, and that Dendi Rollick was a bit slow.
Yeah, I drew
I
that a
will-
little bit later, or else I would have gladly killed.
Should
I
have let
will
him die
say
though.
It might be the best Ragavan in the 99
Yes.
commander. Ragavan is absurd
Yeah.
with Anzarag, is just going off. But Anyway, that brings us to the end of our Commander Clash for today, our Murders at Karlov Manor Commander Clash. So thanks for watching, everyone. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and we will be back next week with some super fun Commander action. So until then, have an amazing week. Thanks for watching, and this is the crew signing out.